Mumbai Indians have been soaring at Wankhede. They now make an away trip, a tough away trip to Lucknow in a clash that could be so crunch to the playoff hopes of both these sides. Krunal Pandya will lead Lucknow Super Giants against his former franchise, and his bowling form has stood out, especially in games in Lucknow. So let's look ahead to this game with Amol Muzumdar and Ian Bishop. Bish, what has stood out to you about Krunal Pandya's bowling this season, which has looked better than the last few editions?
Yes, certainly at Lucknow, and that game up at Hyderabad where he bowled two of the deliveries of the season, to be honest. He got grip on that black soil at Lucknow. He's bowled with great accuracy, sometimes into the pitch on a good length, getting the ball to deviate. So it's consistency. And I suppose if you're playing on that black soil, it's a spinner's delight, really. So he's done exactly what has been required of him, particularly at home, but not exclusively.
He's seen himself slip down the national pecking order, Amol. He was in the T20I side for a bit, but the likes of Jadeja and Axar are your certainties in that setup. In a season where all three have fared so well as bowlers, where does Krunal rank for you?
I think exactly that order. I feel Jadeja is right up there. Axar Patel has done wonders in Test match cricket, and lately he's been in terrific white ball form as well. And then comes Krunal Pandya for me. As a bowler, he has done really well this season, and as Bish said, I firmly agree with it. The pace at what he's bowling, he's hitting the deck and not giving the batsman too much room. That's been the hallmark of his bowling this season, that he's more or less pitched within the stump line. And once you're doing that, 50% of the job is done. I mean, unless you have somebody in super form like Surya Kumar Yadav who can manipulate you from there, otherwise, you more or less you would be asking the correct questions.
Speaking of which, Surya Kumar Yadav in red hot form. On paper, Bish, slow left arm is his weakest suit, if we can call anything a weak suit for Surya Kumar Yadav. Surprisingly, though, he's only faced 14 balls of slow left arm in this campaign, been out twice to it.
Wow.
Does that make Krunal the key component of the Lucknow bowling attack in their bid to stop Surya Kumar Yadav?
Well, given those numbers, that's blown me out of the water, really. I didn't realize that was on the cards. You'd want to exploit that. There's no guarantee it'll work, but Amol knows, as being a coach himself, if you see something that jumps out of you in a stats package, try it. Get an early go at him, and Surya and Krunal will know each other well. Krunal will know Surya's game. So if that's a matchup, you try to exploit it. If it works, yeah. If it doesn't work, you move on to plan B and C.
The other interesting aspect about this contest, of course, is Mumbai Indians, who've been so free-scoring and prolific, getting to the wicket that has caused most problems to batters. How do you see the Mumbai Indians batting lineup faring at this Ekana surface?
It's a tough one to call because we don't know what the surface would behave. If it was consistent throughout the season, you could make a call, but it's been up and down. The Lucknow surface, sometimes they've used the red soil surface, sometimes they've used the black one. That's the experiment that BCCI has carried out, not just in one center, but many more. So if given a choice, I would prefer them to play on the black soil surface, where probably the batting I feel, because the red soil needs a lot of binding, which is clearly not there at the Ekana. At least the wicket will stay nice and firm. So black soil surface would be preferred. Probably the spinners will come into play.
Extremely tough one to call this. Which way would you lean?
Puran batting well, Stoinis batting well, sometimes Kyle Mayers of late batting well. I wonder, and I'm not bullish on this, if at the moment Mumbai have more guys who are match winners in that batting effort, and the bowling starting to come together, whether it's Chawla and Kartikeya, Madwal, or Jordan to be at his best.
I would say tomorrow it should be Mumbai Indians. But then both the teams are on the edge.
Yeah.
If there's no room for slip-ups. you know, there's a saying, trust in God, but lock your car. So basically, you need to do your own stuff really well.
Execute.
Win for Mumbai Indians will put them on 16 points. If Lucknow win, they reach 15. Major repercussions either way for both these teams and pretty much everyone else still in the playoff race.